It's the Ramones' fourth, and perhaps fourth best album, Road to Ruin, which comes to us by the band Ramones. Let's take a look at the LP now, if you wish. So this is the 180 gram re-release from yesteryear. As we can see on here, it has the traditional Road to Ruin artwork that I'm sure we're all so very familiar with. It has the different Ramones men on here, each with their different instruments and skills on display. Moving on to the reverse. So here we have a picture of the band sitting on some steps behind some swanky venue. Hell yeah. And we have 12 tracks in total. That's 6 apiece a side. That's how many tracks there are on it. It's on Sire Records, and at the bottom here, the people who are on the band, which unmistakably, unbelievably, includes the first appearance in the band by the swanky nosher, Marky Ramone. There he is, looking like he's always meant to be there. Let's take a look inside. The freaking LP. Raka! Uka! No insert, but we do have a nice high quality printed inner sleeve, which you can see here is fairly yellow. On one side, the lyrics, on the other side, the band members, and that's about all there is to say there. These signatures are simply printed. They didn't actually make their way to the printing press a couple of years ago and managed to sign each of the records. That's a shame, mostly because they're not alive. The record is here, as you can see, nearly exactly the same labels as you'd expect from other Sire releases, like the other Ramones albums, etc. Very plain looking labels, and indeed it is 180 grams, at least in my kind of feel, because it does feel weighty and it feels inflexible. I reckon I could probably stand on this if it was placed between two sticks. I could probably take my weight, although it definitely wouldn't. I'm going to take a listen to see if it's any good. Yeah, that's precisely what I was expecting from this album. More Ramones, although not quite as good as the previous attempts at the Ramones. In my own personal opinion, the best Ramones album so far from the 4 is Rocket to Russia, followed by the original album Ramones, and thirded by Leave Home, and fourthed by this, The Road to Ruin, which is in actual fact not a bad album at all. Many great songs on here that I like. Of course, there's one of their more famous and one of their more good songs, I Want to Be Sedated. There's Go Mental, which follows that directly, which is another very good song. It's a good album. If you could only afford one side of this album because you spent all your money on chicken feed or maybe some spare plugs for your electrical bedroom, you should go for side 2 because of the aforementioned tracks are very good. Go for side 2 on this album. That's about all I have to say about this very good Ramones album. Although, as a little bonus, just today in the post I received this Ramones Live in Buffalo LP, which is 180 grams on coloured vinyl, and on the back a picture of the band, although it does say 1979 and it looks like there's Tommy Ramone on the back. I might be wrong, but it does look like Tommy Ramone, so that's a bit foolish. Look at all these tracks though, that's great value as long as the sound quality is high. Let's take a look inside. There's no insert, which is great. I wonder who inserted it that way. And oh, that's a nice green. Look at that though, that's a nice green, and that's a nice label. That's on Doll Records, Doll, D-O-L, Doll Records. 11 tracks side 1, and 12 tracks side 2. That comes to, I don't know, 50, 60, something like that. All of their nice hits up until that point. Up until that point. basically songs from their first 4 albums, which is what you'd expect. So I'm going to wave bye-bye to you now. Enjoy yourselves, have a great time, have a great life, have a great week, enjoy some tennis, or if not, table tennis, or if not, maybe fencing, and I'll see you when the wind doesn't blow, or when books burn, or when the distance to the moon reduces 5-fold, or when the funniest...
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.